Good morning. Welcome to today's 10 minutes to win it. It's dark in here. Is it dark in here? Go into Instagram and turn me on here. Go live. Okay, awesome. Let me make sure that y'all can hear me inside of here. So today I want to talk about the number one strategy. Oh, I just switched profiles. Don't want to do that. I'm going to talk about the number one thing you should be doing in your business to build a successful business. But let me make sure you can hear me. Can you guys hear me? You can't hear.
I'm going
Yeah,
to talk about
can
the
hear me.
number
Okay,
one.
awesome. So I wanted to talk about this because there are, hi, whoever's joining me, welcome to today's 10 minutes to win it. So happy to have you here. Please say hi to me when you're inside. Let's see, 2 comments. Hi, Lectra. Lectra can hear me. Awesome. Good morning. Okay, so I want to talk about the number one strategy that you should be implementing in your business to build a successful business, because there are a lot of different strategies out there. And I know sometimes that you can be listening to many different people and your head can tend to spin on which one do I do? And then we can tend to dabble in a lot of different strategies, hoping that one will work and hoping that one will stick. And unfortunately, the spaghetti throwing at the wall, hoping it will stick strategy is one strategy that does not work. That definitely does not work. So I'm going to tell you something interesting. I'm going to share with you our strategy, but I'm going to tell you that the number one strategy that you should be implementing in your business to build a successful business is, hi, Deborah, great to see you, is to pick a strategy and stick with it. That is the number one strategy. Because there's, like I said, there's different coaches out there that will tell you different strategies. They have their way of doing it. It worked for them, and that's awesome. Your job as the CEO of your business is to find that strategy that you feel, what you believe truly would work best for you, and go all in on that strategy. Trying to implement multiple people's strategy at one time and going, trying one strategy once and going, that didn't work. It doesn't work, because you get to build momentum, and you're also learning and growing into your leadership too. So a lot of implementing a strategy and moving through all the moving parts is leadership, comes down to your leadership, because you may be implementing a strategy but not doing it 100% of the way that they're coaching you to do it, or sharing with you to do it, because you're lacking leadership in certain areas of your business. And that's how you're going to grow and evolve. So sticking with one strategy, choosing your strategy, sticking with it, and going all in on that strategy, and rinsing and repeating that, and really dialing that in and getting good at that. That's the key to building a successful business. So the strategy, let me share with you the strategy we teach and we use. The strategy we teach is creating your signature virtual event. And the reason I do this is because I have helped entrepreneurs build 6-figure businesses in a matter of months. They're on track because they're rinsing and repeating. They're taking the tools, and they're taking the tactics, and they're taking the strategy that we're giving them, and they're implementing it over and over and over again on a consistent basis. And those are the people that are building a 6-figure and multi-6-figure business in a very short amount of time. In a matter of 3 to 4 months, they are on track. They can be on track to building that 6 and multiple 6-figure business, because they are doing it over and over and over again. And they're focused on one thing and really getting good at that one thing. Once we're good at that one thing and we're bringing in that 6 figures, and we're on rinse and repeat, then we can start adding things in there. We can start building a team. We can start adding in some advertising and things like that. But we don't do that until we really get successful at one thing that we're working on and focusing on. When we try to do multiple things at once, we're going to burn out. We get very scattered and overwhelmed, and we can't get good at one thing. So we don't want to be juggling so different balls in the air at one time, especially when you're in the growing and building and more in the startup phase. So the strategy we implement and we teach is signature virtual event. And the reason I do that is because you get to carve out your corner of the market. You get to show up as the authority in your space, because that is, you're shining, you're showing where your expertise is, what you're really good at. And you're walking people through a process to get wins. You're giving them everything that they can use to take action right away and get small wins. And when your audience is getting wins, you're creating momentum. And a ball in motion tends to stay in motion. So when you're creating momentum and they're taking action and they're creating wins, what's going to happen? They're most likely going to want to keep achieving those wins. They're going to want to keep getting wins because they're moving forward. People like to move forward. They don't want to stay stuck. So your signature virtual event is the strategy that's going to actually get your audience taking action, creating wins, and wanting to follow through with your call to action of working with you. And also what happens with that is you get really good at your messaging. You get really good at knowing who your ideal client is, who you're serving, the problem that you solve, the solution that you provide, and really good at calling them forward and moving them through a process to their solution. What you do with that after that is now you can start getting on podcasts and you really know you have a clear message, a clear call to action on growing your audience from there. You can get on other people's stages and you can get on physical stages and you have your signature talk dialed in from your signature event. So this is why we start with a signature virtual event, because you get clear on so many pieces of your business. You don't need a lot of support as far as VA or anything to get this off the ground, which you do with some other strategies. There's not a lot of tech involved because we actually help you with the easy parts of that tech. It's a very simple strategy that you can implement and also doesn't cost a lot of money. So it's not like you're investing in learning how to do this strategy and then you're on the back end have thousands of dollars you need to invest on top of it. It's a strategy that takes zero cost because we don't start you off with advertising. We start you off with organic growth and teaching you that. So that is the strategy that we use. It's called our creating your signature virtual event that you can rinse and repeat. There is work involved. You get to tweak it and make it better as you're growing. But that becomes what you're known for in your space. And you really get to carve out your corner of the world. You get to create your blue ocean. I don't know if you know the difference between a red ocean. What this refers to is like a shark infested water. Everybody's going after the same clients. Everybody's trying to reach the same people. And with your creating your signature event, you're putting your stake in the ground on what you're known for and what you're an expert at. And you also are creating your blue ocean. You stand out from the crowd and you allow everybody to come to you because you are seen as the expert. So if you want to know more about what your signature event would look like, or you have any questions on what it would like to work with us, you can reach out and schedule a quick call and we'll chat. I'll get to know you. I'll let you know if this is the right next step for you and what that process would look like. And you can go to scalewithheidi.com to check it out. Hi, Becky. How are you? So glad to see you here. So I wanted to share that. So the number one strategy, whether you want to learn our strategy or not, to grow and build your business, the number one strategy that you need to do that is find the strategy you believe would work for you and go all in with that. Don't be working on 2, 3, 4 strategies at one time. It's going to keep you're not going to be focused on one. We can't become an expert on one thing. We can't get good at one thing and we can't be successful in one thing if our focus is scattered. Remember, your energy flows where your focus goes. And if you're focusing on multiple strategies at once, you cannot sustain that. And your business will not be successful in that space. So find one strategy and focus on that, rinse and repeat that, get really good at that. Get the revenue that you want to develop, grow your business with that revenue that you want to go to. You can always implement and add a new strategy on once you're successful in one strategy. If you want to learn more about our strategy, which is creating your signature virtual event, and what that would look like for you and your business, what you can expect in learning that, then reach out to me and you can schedule a quick call with me at scalewithheidi.com. So I hope to chat with you. Have an amazing Tuesday. Have an amazing day, everybody. Wishing you a successful, thriving, fabulous day. And I'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern time for another session of 10 Minutes to Win It. Have an amazing day.